We are currently witnessing the most aggressive energy land grab in modern industrial history. The artificial intelligence revolution is starving for electricity, and the legacy electrical grid is physically incapable of keeping up. Technology conglomerates are quickly realizing that waiting a decade for a regulated utility company to permit and construct a new natural gas plant is a losing strategy. They require clean, uninterrupted baseload power, and they need it delivered directly to their server farms, completely bypassing the failing national grid. Enter Nano Nuclear Energy, ticker NNE. This organization is not attempting to construct massive, multi-billion-dollar cooling towers that take 15 years to clear red tape. Instead, they are pioneering the commercialization of the Micro Modular Reactor, or MMR. Their vision is to factory-build portable nuclear generators, load them onto specialized flatbed trucks, and deploy them wherever off-grid energy is demanded. But as you pull back the layers of their corporate structure, a much larger, more lucrative strategy emerges. Nano Nuclear is not merely a hardware manufacturer. They are quietly constructing a regulatory and logistical tollbooth that could dominate the entire next-generation nuclear supply chain. Today, we are investigating the portable sun play and asking if their massive cash reserves are enough to conquer the regulatory valley of death. The crown jewel of the Nano Nuclear portfolio is the KRONOS Micro Modular Reactor. Rather than spending a decade designing a reactor from scratch, management executed a brilliant acceleration strategy. In January 2025, they acquired this highly mature, patented reactor design out of bankruptcy, absorbing years of prior research and development overnight. The KRONOS is a stationary high-temperature gas-cooled reactor, unlike older generations that rely on massive vulnerable pools of water to prevent catastrophic meltdowns. KRONOS utilizes incredibly robust TRISO particle fuel alongside passive helium cooling. This specific architecture provides what the nuclear industry refers to as walk-away safety. If every external system fails, the core physics of the reactor will automatically shut down the fission process without any human intervention or backup grid power. Beyond safety, the true commercial advantage is extreme portability. Traditional nuclear power plants are bespoke, sprawling construction megaprojects plagued by cost overruns. KRONOS is engineered for standardized assembly line factory fabrication. A commercial client can order a unit, have it shipped directly to a remote mining site or a hyperscale data center, and plug it in for immediate carbon-free energy. It is decentralized power delivered in a box. While the KRONOS reactor commands the media spotlight, the true strategic monopoly lies hidden in their corporate architecture. Nano Nuclear's executive team understands a fundamental truth about this emerging sector. Engineering a brilliant reactor is entirely useless if you cannot source, fabricate, or legally transport the highly specialized fuel it requires. Through their dedicated subsidiary, HALEU Energy Fuel Inc., the company is aggressively moving to establish a purely domestic fabrication pipeline for high-assay low-enriched uranium. HALEU, the exact advanced fuel that almost all next-generation microreactors depend on to function. However, their most impenetrable moat is their logistics division, Advanced Fuel Transportation Inc. They currently hold the exclusive license for a patented, high-capacity HALEU transportation basket, a technology developed by major U.S. national laboratories and funded directly by the Department of Energy. Transporting highly enriched nuclear material across the continental United States requires unprecedented security clearances and stringent regulatory approvals. If the micro-reactor industry scales as projected, rival companies might eventually build competing hardware, but they will likely be forced to pay Nano Nuclear's logistics division just to move the fuel from the enrichment facility to the deployment site. It is a legally fortified, inescapable toll booth. The ambition of Nano Nuclear extends far beyond domestic borders. Management is actively positioning the company as a prime geopolitical instrument for clean energy expansion in highly industrialized, fast-moving foreign markets. In early 2026, they secured a massive memorandum of understanding with DS Dansok Co., a South Korean industrial powerhouse. This collaboration is built squarely around the One Factory, One MMR model, aiming to co-locate microreactors directly at major industrial sites across South Korea. This initiative would provide massive manufacturing hubs with carbon-free energy without ever burdening the national power grid. Just weeks later, on February 24, 2026, Nano Nuclear executed another critical agreement, this time with EHC investment in the United Arab Emirates. This joint venture is explicitly designed to explore the deployment of the KRONOS reactor to power energy-intensive data centers and industrial infrastructure across the wider Gulf region. By securing these formidable international alliances early in their corporate lifecycle, Nano Nuclear is proving that their technology is viewed globally as a viable, exportable solution. Crucially, it also hedges their operational risk, ensuring they are not entirely dependent on the notoriously slow pace of U.S. domestic adoption. Hardware startups operating in heavily regulated industries typically perish in what venture capitalists call the pre-revenue valley of death. They burn through their limited capital waiting for glacial government permits and eventually file for bankruptcy. Nano Nuclear has completely neutralized this existential financial threat. Following a massively oversubscribed private placement in October 2025, the company reported its Q1 2026 financials in mid-February, revealing an astronomical cash position of $577.5 million. This phenomenal war chest provides the long-term financial runway required to survive the grueling Nuclear Regulatory Commission (NRC) licensing process without constantly diluting shareholders. Furthermore, that complex regulatory process is moving substantially faster than early skeptics predicted. They have already completed extensive site characterization and geotechnical drilling at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, which serves as their primary commercialization testing ground. With the physical groundwork laid, Nano Nuclear is expected to file their formal construction permit application with the NRC within a matter of months. This filing will serve as a massive fundamental catalyst, signaling to the wider market that the KRONOS reactor is successfully shifting from a theoretical blueprint into a poured concrete reality. Now, let's stress test the thesis. The bear case here is substantial. The first major threat is the regulatory wall. Having a $577 million war chest is impressive for a tech startup. But in the realm of nuclear hardware, it can vanish quickly. The NRC is notoriously slow, risk-averse, and demanding. A pre-application engagement does not guarantee a construction permit, and a construction permit does not guarantee an operating license. If the regulatory timeline drags on for 7 to 10 years instead of 3 to 5, overhead costs will spiral, and Nano Nuclear will be forced back to the capital markets for more funding. The second, and perhaps more terrifying risk, is the HALEU fuel famine. Nano Nuclei is designing a brilliant engine, but the United States currently lacks a commercial-scale gas station to fill it. Outside of a small Centrus energy facility and limited government stockpiles, a robust, domestic commercial supply chain for HALEU simply does not exist yet. While Nano Nuclear is aggressively trying to build this vertical integration through its subsidiaries and affiliates, establishing commercial uranium enrichment and fabrication facilities costs billions of dollars and takes a decade to perfect. If the broader industry fails to produce enough HALEU by the time the KRONOS reactor is approved, the hardware becomes a highly advanced, incredibly expensive paperweight. Nano Nuclear Energy is attempting to execute one of the most ambitious industrial rollouts of the 21st century by systematically owning the advanced fuel, the transport logistics, and the international deployment channels from the Middle East to Asia with a $577.50 million war chest and premier geopolitical partnerships already inked. They have decisively separated themselves from the pack of speculative clean energy startups. If they can successfully navigate the labyrinth of NRC regulations and secure their HALEU supply, they will become the foundational infrastructure layer for the AI era. But if the licensing process stalls, that massive pile of cash will slowly burn away. Are you betting on the portable sun to power the future, or are the regulatory and fuel supply risks too high for your portfolio? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, check out the Ko-Fi link in the description. Remember, this is not financial advice. You're watching Stock Teller, where every ticker has a tail.